Hi, you guys, we're back. All 52 podcast. Sean Javon. I don't know how to really intro this. It's cold. It's cold in a lot of the United States, and it's not meant for what I'm supposed to be. I'm a warm-blooded cat. Javon, what's good, man?
I'm cooling. Quite literally because it's 15 degrees up here. So
Nasty. 15
yeah.
degrees is crazy.
But hey, at least we didn't get any parts of the blizzard,
Yes.
of the nor'easter. So I'm cool. They're getting something that we got like 2-3 weeks ago. So I'm a satisfied camper.
Do you have to work at home? You get to work at home today, or you have to go into the office?
I'm probably going to head in.
Yeah.
I've got nothing else to do.
Okay. Well, at least that's options. So feel bad for the people who have to do things like that. And weather like that, it's cold.
I mean, it ain't like I work outside. If it ain't snowing or raining, I really don't have a reason to be like, oh, the weather's keeping me in. I don't work outside.
That drive, that walk to the car, that walk outside.
All right, come on, Sean. Now that's spicing it. Come on.
I'm just being honest here. Everybody be like, yo, you did live in Boston for like 40-something years of your life.
Right, like you act like you're new to the cold.
I know, man, but just something about that nice weather just makes me happy, more energetic. It just anything below 50, I just can't. I'm not a big fan of. 40. I'm I've been living. I'm gonna be all right, but it's just me complaining today. It's cold here too, so I can't complain. I'm just complaining. Just venting today. Like KD.
Yeah, clearly.
Great transition by me. Great. Great segue. Is that what they call it in TV terms? Segue?
Oh, the segue, yeah, man. Kevin Durant's burner. Let's see what I can remember from this. Devin Booker and Frank Vogel were two dictators like Stalin and Mussolini. When the Suns lost, it was KD's team, but when they won, it was Book's team. Yeah, that sounds like playing with LeBron, don't it? You win, he gets all the credit. You lose, you get all the blame. Yeah.
Yes.
Westbrook, the triple-double something addict.
Merchant addict or something like that.
He had a lot. And you could tell it was real because he didn't want to talk about it in the media.
And, he didn't talk about it. Okay.
Oh, no. And the Rockets vibes just when he came out there giving the high fives that first game back, yeah, that let me know. That's his for real. Yo, why would you want Kevin Durant on your team right now?
I'm looking it up while you talk. I was gonna you go first and I'll go with it afterwards.
Like, I mean, does he lead you to a championship?
No.
Has he ever been a leader?
No, he's not. No.
Does he get you to a conference final?
No. You talking about outside of Golden State?
Yeah.
Okay, no.
Does he bring you headaches?
Yes.
Why would you want him?
Well, they say the squeeze is not worth the juice sometimes. Is that the phrase?
And
I think so. I think his energy, like Kevin Durant, you almost probably are close to a billion. Like it just seems like he's just not happy. And everybody's happiness is their own. Like they have to define happiness or joy. But clearly, and I'm reading it, he says, "I'm not here to get into Twitter nonsense. My teammates know what it is. We've been locked in the whole time." It's just like, Booker said, "I don't know. I was just with him All-Star Weekend. Nothing was said about it. You don't know what's true and what's not nowadays." Like for people to not like, I haven't heard any of his teammates or read anywhere that anyone came out and be like, "Nah, that's not his character." But people know his history.
That's the most alarming thing.
Yeah, like we know your history, and you've done this before. You called out Steve Kerr. It was a couple years ago, right? And so I just don't like I think he was talking about Kyrie on that thing. It's just a bad teammate. Listen, is he a great player? Yes. Is he a top 15 player? Yes. But like this, he's just not the guy I want to lead my team. Look at in Houston. We're talking about the Rockets. They were the second seed last year, but they played with more grit. There's more toughness. There's more. I know they lost Fred VanVleet, but it's just they just don't have that same grit about them. They don't have that toughness. And I think he's the leader. He's the best player on that team. So it reflects leadership. It reflects the culture of that team. And it just doesn't seem like clicking. And I love Ime. I think Ime is one of the best coaches in the league. And I love the culture he brings. It just seems like it's not clicking. And I think when you calling out Sengun, when you're saying all these things, it's like, come on, man. You're 37 years old. Like you got like maybe 3-4 more years in the
That's
league.
what
Just
my
enjoy
issue
it.
is. Kevin Durant's damn near 40 and still hasn't grown up.
Yeah. Like yo, we talked about this a couple weeks ago on the podcast. Yayo, Ja Rule, Uncle Murder acting crazy in the 40s.
Speaking of which,
T.I. 50
did you
now.
see my Instagram note this morning?
Oh no, let me pull it up. What was it? This
Yeah, I bet you Tony Yayo responds to T.I. before 50 Cent does.
Oh, I just don't remember.
oh no, that's the NBA thing. Yo, 50's not gonna respond. He's gonna just crack jokes. Let
Like,
me look at it right now.
I
That
don't
Yayo responds before 50.
like. Yeah, T.I. Yeah, somebody needs to go at 50 because the whole G Unit is just corny to me. I don't care what none of the New Yorkers got to say about it. The G Unit is corny. But yeah, go ahead. My fault. I didn't even.
Yeah, no. But it's just like you're 50, you guys you're almost 40 years old. You're supposed to be the leader, you're supposed to be the elder statesman. These guys are looking at you to lead them to the next level. And I had the Rockets in that third. You know what San Antonio is this year? I thought that was gonna be Houston. San Antonio's leaped Houston. San Antonio's a better team than Houston. And best case scenario, they draw the Lakers in the first round and they beat the Lakers, or they face Minnesota. I might pick
the
Minnesota.
bad part about that?
Go.
Of all those teams seated above the Lakers, because what are the Lakers right now? Yeah. Because they got a tiebreaker against Minnesota, I want to say.
Right now, yes.
Yeah. So I would say the Lakers finished sixth and the Timberwolves finished fifth, right? So of all 5 teams above where I've got the Lakers finishing, Houston's the only team I think the Lakers could beat.
In a 7-game series?
Yeah.
The Rockets struggle offensively in the end. And Thompson and Shepard are not at that level yet as playmakers. So maybe, and they struggle against perimeter guys. So maybe that's part of the reason. But I just don't believe that Lakers team.
No, they can't do anything past the first round.
No. They can't. They can't. But I got to give credit for this. The Rockets are still one of the 5 best defensive teams in the league. I think they'd shut down the Lakers but your point is they can't score as much. I don't know. That'll be a good matchup. It'll probably definitely go 6 or 7.
Yeah, I'd have to go 7, absolutely.
Yeah, it'll go 7. Now I think about it. Good call. That's a great call by you. Because now I think about it. Ooh, yeah, that's probably the Lakers' most favorable matchup. They can't beat Minnesota. And yeah.
And that last year.
Yeah, they can't beat Minnesota. I'm taking Minnesota. And I think Minnesota over Houston right now, too.
Yeah.
In the postseason series. It's just a disappointing year in Houston. And I don't know if the change is traded Sengun in the offseason, getting Giannis next to KD. I don't want that either. I don't know. And you gave him an extension.
Giannis is damaged goods now. He's
not
that
like I just don't.
And I don't want both those personalities in the same locker room.
That's what I'm saying. It just doesn't make sense. Like, I don't know. But if that's how he feels about people, I read this book called The 4 Agreements, man. And it says, don't take anything personal. That's one of my favorite chapters. And the reason it says in that book, someone usually pushes their insecurities on you. And so if someone calls you ugly, there's a part of their life that's ugly, what they feel about themselves, right? Like you're pushing your insecurities on you. So it really helped me not to take things personal. Born in July, I could be very petty too, a little bit, like 50 in a sense, like because we're Kansas. But I realized I was like, oh, Sean, you can't take everything personal because maybe you don't know what's going on in that person's life. And if you could live free from those thoughts, then that's person. So if I'm any of these people, this is a history and a pattern of Kevin Durant. I'm like, there's something. Money can't mask everything. We know that. There's people who have millions and billions of dollars and take their lives. Money can't mask everything. So there's something with you that maybe you're not happy with your legacy, maybe something personal. There's something personal going on with KD that you always had to prevent with burn on
his legacy.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
He's just never grown up, and he's never had anyone around him to tell him he's wrong or let him grow up. I mean, we saw his mom on national television, for Christ's sakes, when he left for the Warriors. Leave my baby alone. He ain't do nothing for him.
Yeah, exactly. She went on a rampage during that period of time. But yeah, it's that fact now. Like I think maybe it's his legacy. Maybe he's mad he's not looked at as one of the guys. Like if you had to look up at this generation, past generation, LeBron and Steph are above him. Like let's call it spade. Steph.
And Kawhi.
That was a good debate. If you guys want to debate that, debate that. I ain't debating it because I don't. You know how I feel about Kawhi in those titles, like in that title in Toronto. It is what it is. It is what it is. Because I still don't think they beat Kevin Durant healthy, and then Clay got hurt, and Clay was going crazy in Game 6.
I think they do. Because I hate how everyone wants to give the Warriors that excuse for that finals. But no one wants to give the Spurs that excuse for Zaza taking Kawhi out. We just have seemed to forgotten that and brushed that under the rug. I'm not going for it. It's a legitimate ring by Kawhi Leonard.
So you think this? And we talked about this before, but I have to always ask: you think the Spurs would have beat the Spurs that year?
They were beating them by 25. The Spurs won 60-something games that year and had the Warriors number.
Was that game one?
The Warriors that year. I vividly remember, Sean. Because I think the first game in that series might have been on a weekend. It might have been a Sunday game. I remember that Friday going to school, sitting at the breakfast table. I said, whoever wins game 1 is winning this series because it's going to go 7. And I think it's going to be the Spurs. They come out, they're up 25 when Kawhi gets hurt. They were going to beat the Warriors that year. That ain't hindsight. I just told y'all what I thought in real time. And I'm sticking to it.
That was game 1. I've seen Michael Jordan and the Bulls lose game 1 and still win the series.
I want you one of these days to just go rewatch that game. If you just got time when you're bored this summer, go watch each regular season matchup between those teams.
Yes, they do dominate them.
And then go watch game 1. You're going to say to yourself, damn, Ron might have a point. Spurs probably about to get them that year.
The thing is, last year I remember the Knicks lost to the Pistons 3-1 in the regular season, or 4-0, and then the Pistons lost to them in the postseason. You know what I mean? Like, is that going
to happen again this year?
No, Pistons are going to beat the Knicks.
Oh, okay. Because that's going to dock it, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It is. Yeah. Okay, I just see right out. Yeah. All right, we'll get to that. But I'll use another analogy. Let's say right now, we're going to go to OKC next. Does the Spurs won 4 out of 5? Are they the favorites to be OKC? We'll talk about that.
I would take them in the series. Yes. And I got reason. I got reason for that. Yes.
Oof. We got to talk about that. But yeah, KD just has some things to deal with, and that's the moral of the story.
Yeah, simple and plain. But yeah, the question is, are the Thunder the favorites to repeat? OKC has maintained the NBA's best record, granted, because they've played 2 more games than Detroit, so they're both at 14 losses, but OKC's at 44 wins, and Detroit's 42. But still, number 1 record in the NBA, despite Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Jalen Williams not being available recently. Depth has shown. Jarrett McCain, Casey Wallace, Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins, Kendrick Williams, all those guys still got the machine moving. So, Sean, do you think the Thunder should be the favorites to repeat?
Should be the favorites, yes, because have they been healthy all year? And they still have the best record, or tie for best record in the NBA. So, yeah, it's because I have to see them healthy. I have to see Jalen Williams and SGA and Holmgren and all this depth that they have on the court. And last year, they were one machine. And that's why I thought about this more recently the other day. I was like, man, it will be hard to repeat and win multiple titles in this era because of the pace of play. Because players are playing at a faster pace. I have to give them credit for that. And there's more frequent injuries. I do think from Adam Silver, I look at the pace, see the injuries correlation, and maybe want to switch some things up, but that's another conversation for another day. But so it's really hard to repeat. Do I think if they get healthy, I'm picking them in a 7-game series? Yes. But what the caveat is, maybe you could have better intel than me about this. Denver hasn't looked good since Jokic has come back. And maybe because Jokic is getting back into it, but Denver looked like a real contender when he was healthy.
They
before
got
the
to
injury.
figure out how to get back to what they were those first 10 games of the season.
Yeah, and they're not defended. I think they're 22nd in the league in
Yeah, and his return is obviously going to make you more vulnerable in the pick and roll. So defense always takes a hit when Jokic comes back. But yeah, you're right. Like, because I did not think the Warriors should have even been in the game with them on Sunday, and for Golden State to win that game by 11 is something. But hey, let's remember, Aaron Gordon is the glue that holds that defense together, and he's out. So when he comes back is when we'll know what the Nuggets really are.
Okay, all right. So I put a asterisk next to them because I do think, like you said, with Gordon healthy, Jokic back in the fold, that team could beat them. But they took them 7 last year when that team was the depth. The team is San Antonio. But my question is this: we even seen with OKC, the first year of getting into the grind, into a postseason series, it's really hard. We haven't seen that since maybe Magic and Shaq. No, not Magic, Shaq. Penny and Shaq, like a young team in their first playoff run getting to the finals. It's going to be hard for me to think San Antonio in their first playoff run as a team so young can get to the NBA finals. Like I would put, if I had a bet, I would put OKC and Denver over those teams. Like I don't know if they beat Denver in the second round. I don't, if healthy, just this round. But will I pick San Antonio win multiple titles over the next 10 years? Probably. But for this year, I think OKC is the clear favorites.
I go San Antonio because if they meet OKC, it'll be in the conference finals. Once they get those 2 series wins out the way, it's over. Jitters are gone. All right, let's go beat up on OKC like we've been doing. Shai Gilgeous hates Stephon Castle Gardner. Absolutely hates it.
Yeah,
Chet
it's tough.
Holmgren's got nothing for Victor Wembanyama. That leads you to Jalen Williams having to be your best player. Are you going to win the conference final with Jalen Williams having to be your best player? I don't think so. Now, where the question comes in for the Spurs will be, is De'Aaron Fox ready for the spotlight?
He was special in that postseason against Steph. You know?
He had the one.
Yeah.
But, hey, let's see if you're ready for this team. Because it ain't like they beat the Warriors.
No, they lost in 7. Yeah.
So, let's see. But I don't think, again, I got to see when Aaron Gordon comes back, because I did say in the offseason that was my favorite to come out the West this year.
Yeah, he did.
So we'll see. But I'm not liking Jamal Murray right now. He's coming up on and I anticipate a bad second half from him for this reason alone. And I can't remember if I was saying this to you on the pod last week or on the phone with a homeboy. He was Mr. Hype before the All-Star games, proclaiming, "Oh, I'm gonna take it serious, and if the U.S. teams want to get their ass bust, then that's just what's going to be what happens. But I'm coming out here to play and compete, and boom, boom, boom." And he went out there and he tried hard, and he couldn't get anything going. And again, that's against the best players in the world. When the playoffs come, those are the guys you're seeing. Second half of the season, your most important games turn into playoff games because you're playing those guys for seeding. I don't know if I see him having some great second half. He hasn't been what we all want him to be for the past couple years now. He might be entering Michael Porter territory. Hey, Denver,
Damn.
you're paying for that bad contract.
Is Michael Porter a bad contract or was it a bad fit?
Sean, are they winning in Brooklyn?
No. But
it's the same thing as Mikal Bridges. Anybody gets their numbers in Brooklyn. That's not going to make me change my mind. It's a bad contract.
Well,
he could have been doing exactly what he's doing now. Could have been doing exactly what he's doing now and chose to be a corner sitter. That's on him.
No, it's on the organization and on him, because at the end of the day, like, what are they getting from Cam Johnson?
The same thing plus more defense on a cheaper deal.
Okay. But I'm just saying, because he won a title like that. I'd rather have this version of Michael Porter with more ball handling skills and more responsibilities than this Cam Johnson. That team would be.
He didn't want to do that in Denver. That's the point.
Is it he didn't want to do it? They told him, "Hey, we have these two guys. You're going to be in the corner."
Nah, man, I ain't trying to hear that. All that time Jamal Murray was out, did he ever step up to become that guy?
Good point. Good point.
No.
Good point. Good
So
point.
I no, he doesn't get that excuse.
Well, that's an indictment on Mike Malone as well, because he was the coach, and you're the one who's supposed to be like, hey, you should be the secondary guy. When Jamal and Jokic are taking breaks, it's your team. You go score. He should have been a borderline. He's playing like a borderline all-star this year. If he was on that Denver team with this, they'll be right there with OKC ceiling wise to me. If he was playing like this,
he would have had to come off the bench because Michael Porter's shot selection is terrible. And you cannot have his missed threes lead the long rebounds and get you out in transition on a team with Nikola Jokic. You're going to get blown out the water.
But also let's be real. When you play more in a structured system that's dedicated to winning, there's gonna be certain shots you can't take and you can take. He's playing in Brooklyn. I just like the ability to dribble. He had those abilities. He was gonna be the top 5 pick in this draft. But in Denver, the best thing was they won a title playing the corner. Now, of course, I agree. Some of the shots are bad, but he's playing for the Brooklyn Nets, who are tanking. Take whatever shots you want. This is ideal. I'm just saying if they had that form of.
All I'm saying is don't expect this from him if he gets traded to some team that expects to compete. That's all I'm saying. What's Mikal Bridges with the Knicks? Yo, I forgot Mikal Bridges was with the Knicks the other day.
I never liked that move, so I don't even want to argue with you. I think.
Oh, neither one of us did. We both said you got OG and you got a worse version of OG Anunoby.
Yeah, no. MPJ is a better offensive player than Mikal Bridges. That's one. And second, Mikal hasn't played defense like he used to. So what is Mikal? Mikal's a 6'7" man in an NBA team now. Huh?
Just there. That's what he is.
Yeah, he's just there. So he's not a great defender anymore. OG's the guy on that team. And now you're not even scoring close to, I don't know what he's average. It's not close to 20 in what he was doing in Brooklyn, 22, 23. So
hey, who's telling y'all that was a phony 20-something?
You did. You did.
Why have you brought that up? Because who did I say was next on that list, Sean?
Can't remember who.
He did. Trey Murphy.
Oh, Trey Murphy.
I remember last year, 2 years ago, some dumb Pelican fans are on Twitter swearing he gets to a new team, he's going to be able to go and lead them championships, and he can lead you to wins off the dribble and doing all the wiggle. Sean, this is the healthiest season Zion Williamson has had since Duke. The only injuries on that roster, for real, have been the DeJounte Murray. What's the Pelicans' record?
They're 14th in the West.
Second worst in the West. Y'all going to stop acting like these 3-and-Ds that go ahead and try to work out on these bad teams or something. You're not winning basketball games with Trey Murphy trying to score off the dribble. I told y'all. Now look, 14 wins. That's what Trey Murphy off the dribble got you. People need to stop that. It's got to stop.
I do think trade next to Luka will be amazing if I'm the Lakers.
Nobody next to Luka winning nothing.
Hold on, I'm looking up.
Like the Lakers are ever going to win anything.
Javon, chill out, by the way. This dude's played how many games this year? Oh, he's played 42. Okay. All right. So it's been all right.
Come on now. We're going to say that like I'm making stuff up here.
Okay. Yeah, he's played 42. Oh, damn, he's played that many games?
Yes.
Whoa. Is that Trey Murphy's team or Zion's team?
It's Trey Murphy's according to the Pelicans.
Yeah. Okay. I can't disagree with this. So you're saying Trey's overrated?
Yes.
All right. I think Trey, like Mikal, Trey will be the third best team player. I'm not saying if you want to put him next to Austin Reeves into Luka as the third banana, that makes more sense to me than LeBron at this point in the career. Because he could do something that they don't do, and he could shoot the 3-ball. That's what I'm saying for fit. I'm not saying Trey is going to come there and be the second best player on the Lakers or any other team. I said they should go get Kawhi anyways, but whatever.
We can stop talking about pairing people with the Lakers, period, because it's not going to mean anything. As long as Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, and DeAndre Ayton are on one roster together with JJ Redick coaching, it's not happening. As
That's
long as
ugly.
Luka Doncic is on a roster, you're not winning the championship. As long as Austin Reeves is on a roster, you're not winning the championship. As long as DeAndre Ayton is on a roster, you're not winning the championship. As long as JJ Redick is a head coach, you're not winning the championship. Stop.
So you're saying if they sign, they
I'm
trade?
saying neither one of them will ever win a championship in their careers. Simple and plain. You don't have to ask any more questions. I'm
Okay, simple as
plain as
that.
day. That right there. Nothing additional.
It's crazy because a year ago everybody was happy that they got Luka. Now it's just like we don't love Luka anymore. I'm not saying I said that I want to see him with the right pieces around him again. I'm not saying Luka could win a title. I want to see him with the right pieces
What
again.
are the right pieces around Luka? I want to know.
What Dallas had. Dallas had the perfect pieces around him, and they went to the finals. That was the perfect pieces.
So you got to have 3 defenders who can't get their own, and one other guy
Yeah.
to get the ball out of his hands.
That's your best version of Luka. And you just got to hope and pray you have the right matchup
You
in the
got to
final.
build all that around him to win. That ain't a winning player.
But let's say this. If you had that Dallas team, I'm going to say this Dallas was 2 years ago, and they got out of this West, which they wouldn't, but they did.
They would not get out of this West.
No, they wouldn't get out of this West, but they did. There'll be any. Boston was the best team that year, and Boston could have been into back-to-back finals if Chase and Tatum didn't get hurt, even though the Knicks were going to go up 3-1. But anyways, that Mavericks team will win an NBA title against any of these teams, any of the East teams this year.
If Tatum comes back, I'm seeing something different.
True. If Tatum comes back, the Celtics are going to come out the East. I'm saying it. The Celtics will come out the East. They won't win the title this year, but they'll come out the East. Actually, they could beat Denver.
I think them to come out the East, period.
Without Tatum?
I think Tatum's what makes him a championship contender. I think without him, they come out the East. Who can I trust?
And we're going to talk about the Pistons and Knicks, but damn, that's a big statement.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, listen, it's not on the docket, so I'll say it. I don't like to agree with like a lot of these guys, these pundits, but Jaylen Brown, because SGA and Jokic probably gonna phase out and not make the 65-game rule. I'm taking Jaylen Brown over Kay Cunningham for MVP, and I know it's just because the defense. If he's not first team all defense,
I'll break it down simple as this for you. Kenny Smith said it Saturday night. There's only 2 guys in the NBA right now that can give you 30 and hold you to under 20, and that's Kawhi and Jaylen Brown.
Yeah,
So
I take him over Kawhi. Kawhi is playing at a high level defensively again. Actually, ooh, I want to see Kawhi in LA next year with the Lakers. I'm just gonna keep putting that into existence, speaking that to existence. But Kawhi, Jaylen Brown, top 5 in opponent's defensive field goal percentage allowed, and giving you almost 30 points a game. That's the MVP. If those 2 guys don't, even if those 2 guys are in the race, the conversation needs to be more about Cade and Jaylen Brown. They need to be in the conversation more. Those 2 guys will win because people love them, but the conversation should include those 2 guys.
Let's just make sure we all understand. If they all meet the threshold for games played, Cade Cunningham, Jaylen Brown, Kawhi Leonard, Victor Wembanyama should be unanimous first-team selections. I don't care who the 5th is. Those 4 should be unanimous first-team selections.
Over SGA and Jokic?
Jokic can be the 5th.
Over SGA?
Yeah, sure you can go to 17. He's going to get so many more first teams by the time his career is done.
Come on, I hate when people do that, yo.
And he's going to defend the champion.
Damn.
And hey, listen. It's something about the vulnerability that the Thunder had this year that makes me say I'm fine dropping him to the 17.
So right now, if everybody's healthy though, who's your MVP?
Jaylen Brown, just because the Clippers haven't won enough games.
Yeah, Kawhi would definitely be an MVP. If they kept their team,
he'd get second in my voting though. Like they're going to make the play in. So
yeah, I think I'm thinking even Jokic was the clear favorite before he got hurt in the SGA. But the way that those teams have and SGA being hurt and how Jokic has looked, Jaylen Brown's my favorite right now to be the MVP.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. He'll be my favorite. And it'll be good because he's definitely outspoken. He'll say what's on his mind. It's gonna put the voters to a test because he ain't just one of those
Hey,
cookie cutter
that
guys.
is I'm gonna say this right here. Jaylen Brown, that's a real brother.
Oh, absolutely.
Not that fake ass LeBron James that'll show you a book cover and then defend everything that book preached against.
Yeah, no, I agree. If they get to the second seed, yeah, he's my MVP this year.
What's next, Sean?
So the ball's in your court. So the Ravens are pushing Lamar Jackson for a contract extension and attend the OTAs. The offensive coordinator, I forgot his name, but his last name is Doyle, came out and was kind of urging like a subtle push for Lamar to join OTAs, which he hasn't done, I think, last 6-7 years. What's your thoughts about this?
And there was nothing subtle about it. The Ravens are being straightforward with Lamar Jackson. They're not coddling him this offseason. Sean, what was the main reason during the season that I said I want Brian Flores with the Ravens?
Because the toughness.
Because I said the way he used to talk to Tua, that's the kick in the ass Lamar Jackson needs.
Good point.
They have come around.
Tua was soft for it. Tua was soft.
Yeah, and they have come around to realizing that Lamar Jackson does need a kick in the ass. And we're going to find out if he's soft or not this offseason. Yeah, hey, you're saying you want to win so much, then get this extension done before the start of the new year and bring your ass to OTAs. It shouldn't even have to be a public reprimand to tell you to come to OTAs in the first season of a new offensive coordinator.
How many years has he not
plays for the first time in his career?
Which is dangerous, but how many years has he not done OTAs?
Lamar Jackson is notorious for not coming to OTAs. That is his thing.
Why? He just likes to be in Miami? He doesn't want to come up there?
Yeah.
It's the first year. Yo, I always look at this way. Kobe Bryant was the smartest guy in sports history. He saw a blueprint. I saw an interview with Ron Harper and his sons, and he was like, when I got to the Lakers, he asked me 1,000 questions about Mike. 1,000 questions about Mike.
Who else said that?
Who?
Chris Hodges and Gary Payton and Phil Jackson.
Oh, really?
All of them say the same thing.
Ask mad questions about Mike. So my thing is with the Tom Brady's the GOAT. Some people might say Patrick, but universally it's Tom Brady, right? He didn't miss OTAs for 16 years until him and Belichick had that falling out. But he already had 5 world championships by then. 4 world championships, whatever it was. Huh?
6
before that. Come on, man. I'm following the blueprint. I'm going to OTA. It's only like a week. Isn't it just a week or two in your time?
It's spring break.
Yeah, and you just fly up there. It's nicer weather in Baltimore.
It's doing install the whole time.
The whole time, and you fly back to Miami, wherever you want to be. Come on, man. I'm following what Brady did. And the only reason he stopped doing it, because he had a falling out with his coach. That was it. But he already had the rings. So if the GOAT's doing that, why am I not doing that? I don't have anything. I haven't been to a Super Bowl. I'm approaching 30.
I haven't won a second I haven't won 2 playoff games in the same postseason of my career. But I think I got an excuse to do something that Tom Brady didn't.
Doesn't make sense. Like, you got to tell me why you don't do it. Like,
there's no good reason.
Yeah, there's no. It's not like you have. I don't think is he married? Does he have kids? Nothing, right? This is football. Nothing. It's just football. Nah, I agree, and I like
but y'all wonder why I always got something to say about it.
Yeah, makes sense. It makes sense because at the end of the day, you guys gotta hold them. The 2 MVPs is not good enough anymore. The most dynamic quarterback label ever is not good enough anymore. At some point, you have Sam.
Most dynamic quarterback. What did that get him?
It didn't do anything. So Sam Darnold won a Super. You got to let that sink in. It wasn't just like he was a Trent Dilfer type. He won a Super Bowl, and he was productive on his way to win a Super Bowl. If I'm Lamar, if I'm Joe, if I'm Josh, the years that Mahomes don't win it, or he takes the year off, that's you guys' chance. That's a blown opportunity. I don't care what anyone says. You can't. That's a blown opportunity for those three guys. When Mahomes is not there,
Lamar
that's your
Jackson
turn.
had 2 blown opportunities now.
What was the other year?
No, you know what? We're going to say his last 3 years have been blown opportunities. You finally had a playoffs without Mahomes this year.
Yep.
Didn't get it done. Last season was the worst the Chiefs have ever looked during their playoff run.
Yep.
Didn't get it done because you want to start off slow and turn the ball over against Buffalo. Year before that, again, Sean, how many points did that Ravens defense hold the Chiefs to?
What's the 17?
17.
Yeah.
What do I keep saying on this podcast?
About
You
17.
tell Joe Flacco that all he got to do is score 18 points against Brady or Manning, and he's going to the Super Bowl. He's going out and getting drunk the night before because it's going to be a light day at the office.
You said drunk. Yeah.
No, that's years of blown opportunities and you holding your team back.
No, it's true. But I don't.
You've had a 100-yard rusher the last 2 seasons. After swearing up and down, oh, that's what you needed to beat the Chiefs. And you've gone out sad, both of you. You can't even beat Josh Allen.
They haven't beat him in the postseason, right?
No.
So
0-2. And he's probably 500 in the regular season against Josh. And that loss last season, or the season that just passed, the Sunday Night Football opener, showed your team just ain't got it mental. And you're
that's why they had to make that change this year.
It's time to step up, be a damn quarterback, be a leader of a franchise, and grow up. Take the grills out, take the shiesty off, get your ass on a plane, and go to OTAs and participate.
Yeah, he needs to be. That's a 3-hour flight. He's probably flying private too. Rashadi let him take the plane back and forth. Be nothing.
And you want to be the highest paid player in the NFL. Then start doing your damn job.
So have they? Because you're obviously more in the know. Have they started working on that extension yet? Because he's going to be the highest paid player in the league.
I've heard stuff about Linderbaum. I've heard stuff about Likely. I ain't heard a damn thing about Lamar Jackson yet.
Damn. Listen, I'll say this. There's no clear-cut favorite going into the playoff to the season next year. No clear-cut favorite. Let's see what the offseason
in any conference.
In any conference. Any team can win the AFC and the NFC. No disrespect to Seattle, but I can make a case for the Rams going to the Super Bowl next year. You know what I mean? Like, I really can't. So there's no clear-cut favorite. Josh, Joe, and Lamar. Because I just don't want to put it all on Lamar because I understand he's probably the most talented out of those guys. He has the accolades with the 2 MVPs. But someone's got to give. At some point, they're all three approaching 30. Yeah,
that's your roster.
He did have the better roster the last couple of years. I don't make excuses for that year they lost because I still remember I was sitting here and I'm texting that group chat we were in at the time. Like, he thinks he's Tom Brady when there was running lanes.
Yeah.
You got to do whatever you want to win that game, and that was a blown opportunity.
And he made the selfish decision. I'm going to prove to the media, that I can win the big game with my arm. Instead of going out there and winning the damn game. That's one of the most selfish performances I've seen in my life.
And I also don't think Todd Monk can help them a lot with some of the play calls, but it is what it is. So I do agree. I think about it, more should be on Lamar because he's had the better rosters and you have the 2 MVPs. So if you had to rank them, Lamar 1, Josh 2nd, and then Joe last. Because Joe, the injuries are the injuries. He got to be healthy. That's 1. But damn, that defense was trash the last 2 years. That's putting faith in that. I know what you're gonna say they signed Higgins, but at some point you got to hit as an organization draft wise, like the Eagles did with that young side of the football of the defensive side of the football field, and they were able to pay all those offensive guys. You got to be able to hit. You got to put if you're going to invest in this way, you have to hit in this way. I'm not mad at this. They have the 10th pick in this draft this year. Every pick where I would pick this year will be defense. I'm not mad at that play. Go all in on one side of the football and be young on the other side. Could work.
Young defense don't win you championships.
The Eagles defense was young. They won the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
How many veterans do they have on that team?
Who was the playmaker?
Was Bradbury was a vet.
But who was the key?
Vet.
DeJean? Vet. No. Who was the defense makers? No. Jalen Carter was a
You gotta have some senior leadership in that room, Sean.
You could have senior, but your playmakers and best players, those were not the veteran guys.
That's fine, but I need to see some senior leadership in that starting lineup too. That's my point.
That's fine. Go get those cheap guys. Get them on the cheap. But you got to hit on the draft. Caleb Downs, if you get him with the 10th pick, he needs to be one of the 3 best players on your defense next year.
Yeah, because you ain't no business letting Jesse Bates walk in the first place.
Exactly. So go get the veterans. I'm not knocking it. But the playmakers and the best players was those 2 quarterbacks.
Well, even if I do hit on the draft, I can't keep them. Because I got my quarterback going to ownership, pay my receivers whatever they want.
No. If I'm ownership, yo, Patrick just gave us back 43. Joe can do that. Joe's making these quarterbacks. I never feel bad for them in the sense. Joe could make a lot of money off the field. Like Joe's good. And it's not he's losing money. He's just converting it to a signing bonus. Go to them and be like, hey, how can we make this work? I want to win. I need to win. And that's all you do. And the division's is up for grabs because we don't know what Justin Mintz is going to do in Baltimore. I don't know what Pittsburgh's going to do with Mike McCarthy. The division's up to grab. The Bengals have enough offensive weapons to win the division. They just need 4 or 5 different playmakers on the defense. They could win that division. That's all I'm going to say. That's it. Oh, my bad. Javon just touched about pounding the table. I'm just passionate.
I wouldn't go so far with the Joe Burrow thing. I didn't know I had myself on mute. If anybody can give back some money, though, it's Joe Burrow. He getting paid to sit on the sidelines. He can give some money.
And he pushed ownership to go get them to resign his receivers. So if that's the case, you should go and be like, yo, you did what I want. I'm going to help out the organization. We need 4 or 5 playmakers.
No. These modern day athletes don't believe in one hand washing up. It's all about take, no give.
No, what's funny, and this will be my last point. Not just because Brady won all those titles, but he did it the right way because his push after his career, like with the No Bull, the Fox, all that stuff, he made up all that money that he pushed to the side for. Yeah. He let go. He basically, it was like an investment. He put it, and he's getting all the money on the back end. It's a blueprint how to do it. Simple as that.
He still made cheese during his career.
Yeah,
and that's the other thing that people act like Tom Brady was playing for cheap. No,
he just wasn't the highest paid.
Hey, convert the signing bonus if you need to. My extension comes up. I'll leave something on the table if you need it to go build the rest of my roster. Exactly. I want to win.
Exactly.
What the hell am I going to do? What the hell is any person going to do with $150 million anyway? Yeah, I'll take 125.
125, exactly. And I want to win. And all the opportunities he's made after his career has become because he is the GOAT and he's won a lot. I still see Joe Montana in commercials. You know what I mean? I saw Brett Favre before he won whatever happened in Mississippi, right? He was always on Wrangler and stuff 10, 15 years after his career. Aaron Rodgers will probably be the host of Jeopardy after his career. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the opportunities will be there. Just, if you want to win, you got to win. Like, and I see Mahomes have taken pay cuts multiple times since he's been the highest player.
He's the quarterback in the NFL.
Exactly.
I don't know. Maybe we should stop trying to reinvent the wheel. I don't know.
Good point.
Sean, the Pistons have swept the Knicks this year. 3-game season series, and Detroit won by an average of 28 points in each game. It's over for the Knicks.
Yeah, there ain't much to talk about because Me personally, I never put the Knicks in that conversation as the best team in the East or coming out the East. I don't like Karl Anthony Towns. I'm not an advocate of your best player being 6'1", 6'2", whatever, and not a liability on defense. Mikal Bridges, we just talked about him. What does he bring to the table? He's just a big contract. I like OG and I like Mitchell Robinson and I like Josh Hart, but that's not enough to win. And you to tell me you're better than Detroit. I think Detroit plays tougher. Definitely not better than Boston because I honestly, hindsight is 2020, and Jalen Brunson was whipping. That was the first time I see Drew Holiday, and I was like, oh shoot, so he can't stay in front of him. I will give Brunson credit, but I do think the Celtics could have came back and at least made it to 7 games against the Knicks that year. And you just never know what could happen in Game 7. But you're not beating Boston if Tatum comes back healthy. They probably could beat Boston without Tatum this year. But who knows? I don't know. And I still think Philly could beat. I think they could beat the Knicks. And that's crazy for me to say. I think Philly could beat the Knicks. And then Cleveland, I don't know what happened against OKC the other night, but I do like they're a better team now with James Harden. So I'm just not a big Knick person. The Pistons, I don't see them coming out the East, but I see them beating. They're coming for blood. If they face them in the playoffs, they'll win like 4 games to 1 or in 6 games.
The Pistons are going to have to add another scorer before they can become a champion. But with the Knicks are so dumb because they actually, I can argue the Knicks have the pieces they need for a championship. The issue is they keep starting Karl Towns at the 5. Bro, fucking Shaq, again, y'all gonna stop talking about inside the NBA. Another masterclass this weekend. Shaq, hey, Cat, y'all gonna win. It's got to be because you're dominant. And Cat keep trying to respond, yeah, but as long as everybody eat, I don't care. No, Cat. That's no.
You don't have the mindset.
You have to be dominant. And after that exchange, Charles told Shaq, same thing, Shaq. Come on, man. Hey, he just ain't. It just ain't him. You can't force that personality in him. He ain't like us. He's like, yo, I mess with you all the time, but you are a killer. He ain't got that in him. You can't give that to him.
You don't have it. Yeah.
No matter how much you want to look out for your jersey guy, like you can't give him a mindset. And forget all that. It's just, again, y'all want to keep talking about this positionless basketball stuff. It don't exist. Karl Towns is a power forward. He wants to bail you out by shooting jump shots all day. You got the floor spacer. He ain't some super slow-footed dude. Put him at the 4. Mitchell Robinson is more than capable of being a starting center. One of the best rebounders in the game, one of the best shot blockers, one of the most athletic big men. Your issue is, I don't know what your issue is. Mikal Bridges getting paid too much, so you can't get a 6 man to go for it. Because the funny part is, what the Knicks' current starting lineup would be the best small ball lineup in the league.
Yeah, easily.
Good closing 5, or whenever you need to go on a run, spread some teams out. Best lineup for that. But when you make your everyday starting lineup, that advantage is gone.
Yeah,
because OG can guard 4s.
Yeah. OG
can guard 1 through 4.
Yeah, easily.
Josh Hart's a physical dude. Karl Towns floor spacing, actually rebounding this year. When he's not being soft, he can give you some rim protection. You don't have the best small ball lineup in the league, but you choose not to because this is your starting. No, next year I need Mikal gone. Period. I wouldn't be mad if you got to move Josh Hart also for another perimeter scorer. OG's going to give you some defense. Just make sure whoever you move Mikal and Hart for can play a little bit of defense themselves. And add to your bench, you're fine.
Your bench is nice. I like the bench. The Clarkson. Didn't they just give Vassell?
It's a little small. No,
Shohan.
It's a little small because it's Colette, McBride, and Clarkson. That's
Mhm.
too small.
And now they got what's the kid from the Pelicans?
And
Alvarado.
Alvarado.
Yeah,
It's
that's
too
a small
small.
bench.
They gotta
That's small
fix
bench.
them. They got some stuff to fix roster wise. But the
I think
starting five is there. You got trade pieces to put your roster to where it actually needs to be. All this praise for Leon Rose and Worldwide West, where is it now? I need them to cash in on that and
yeah.
actually turn this team into a contender.
I would say this. I think that if you look at Minnesota that year, they won on the run and gone to the conference finals and lost
What position was
to
Cat
the
playing?
Mavericks. Power forward, exactly.
And, and and when they were losing, what was he playing?
Power forward.
No, I said when they were losing, what was he
Oh,
playing?
when they lose, they're playing center.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I don't know what I'm
yeah,
talking about.
yeah. I think
In the better conference, by the way. Okay.
yeah, I think he has to be the natural power forward. I just don't, like no disrespect to him, but you just could see a player and just like he ain't
It
it.
just ain't him.
He's just not him. Like, and it's getting like, and I don't know what Leon Rose, maybe relationships wise, but I like Jalen Brunson. I like Cat. I think they're good players, but I just don't think when they're your two best players that you expect to beat Boston. Because if you think about Boston's two best, they're not close to Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum when they're
No.
healthy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm taking James and Donovan Mitchell over those two guys, man, the postseason. Hey, yeah.
Not the
Well,
post.
actually,
James Harden.
Actually, my bad,
Whoa.
my bad. That's
Huh?
blasphemous. My bad. Let me take that back. I'll take Jalen.
Woo.
Yeah, James. In the regular season, I'm taking those two, but in the postseason, no. And I like Maxey and Embiid over them. Who else is in
Embiid
the
in the postseason. Oh my. Okay, you on a roll today?
No, I'm taking
Woo.
Embiid. It's just health wise. Embiid produces, but um, and I think Indiana would be a better team when a complete team. Like I'd rather have
Yeah,
Siakam
the
and
Knicks fits.
Halliburton.
They put them out the playoffs 2 straight years.
Yeah, I would take Siakam and Halliburton over those guys. So yeah, I just don't think those are
Speaking
your
of the
two best
Pacers,
player.
I was sitting. It was on my mind all week because I misspoke. I don't know why I said Zubats to the Celtics last week when I clearly meant Vucevic.
Oh, Vucevic. Okay.
Anyway,
Damn, that was
no.
playing on your mind all weekend.
Yeah, as I'm sitting here like, yo, I said that this week. They know what I meant, but yeah, my fault.
Yeah. But yeah, I just don't. I don't know, man. I just don't believe in the Knicks, and I'm not a big fan of Mike Brown. I'm just not a Knick guy. I gotta be honest. I'm just not a big fan of this version of the Knicks, and I don't know how to fix it. I don't know if Giannis fixes it. But am I wrong by thinking that the best player on your team cannot be 6'2" or below? I just don't believe in that. And Brunson's no bigger than 6'2".
If they can play some defense, it's not a problem.
Like Steph. Steph plays defense. I heard someone say Chris Paul said
I
that.
don't think your leading scorer can be 6'2".
Unless you're Steph.
Unless you're Steph and you can play off the ball.
Yes.
But your best scorer cannot be 6'2" and on the ball all the time.
Yeah.
And
I don't believe
can't
it.
defend.
Exactly.
That can't happen.
Yeah. That's too much of a liability.
Never been played that way.
Exactly. At least Isaiah played defense. It was a culture back then. He had to play some defense.
First of all, Isaiah didn't have to be your leading scorer. Joe Dumars was there. That's number one. And number two, yeah, like you said, he would pick up your ball handler at the point of attack.
Exactly.
And if they wound up putting Dumars on the dude, then Isaiah was going to give the two guard a long day either way.
Yeah. Because everybody makes the comparison, and they always bring up Isaiah and maybe Nate Archibald, but it's different times. I just think the game is too spread out now that you're leaving these guys on an island, so they got to be able to be capable defenders. Even Chris Paul said it on the Melo podcast. He's like, "Yeah, Steph improved defensively, and everybody can see it. He's not a liability defensively anymore." And so
Chris Paul played defense until he got really the finals of Phoenix.
Yeah, you could play defense with. You know what?
Once Drew Holiday showed the world just post Chris Paul up, that's when his career
that's when it was over. But he was older back then. But no, who's also small but plays defense? The kid from the Celtics. What's his name? Peyton Pritchard. He's not a liability defensively.
Yeah. Yo. Yeah, I guess I gotta talk about that game. Yo, y'all was letting Peyton Pritchard give you the 1-2 bump fade But we supposed to keep talking about the Lakers. Austin Reeves, he's walking you down. Sean. I have not seen a series of walk downs like that since TJ McCollum gave John Morant his welcome to the NBA moment.
Oh, in the postseason?
I have not seen it since then.
Yeah.
But we supposed to talk about the Lakers. But surely you think head coaching would step in. Hey, let's put Marcus Smart on him to shut that down. That's who you on the team for anyway. He damn sure produced for us today anyway because he's missing all his open jump shots. It looked like he went to Celtics. I mean, Celtics are the ones who drafted him. Maybe Vegas should investigate him because he had to be for the Celtics. Got a tech and everything. Okay, so maybe you think let's make Marcus Smart some type of useful and switch him on. No, Sean. Our solution, we're going to go with a lineup where LeBron James and Rui Hachimura are playing the 4 and the 5. Right. But here's the genius part. While Austin Reeves is getting beat by Peyton Pritchard. Oh, and Jacob Brady is going to be in here too as the 3. While Reeves is getting baked by Peyton Pritchard. You know what we're going to do?
What?
Instead of having Marcus Smart guard him, we're going to have Marcus Smart guard Nikola Vucevic. That's what the defensive strategy was. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, nah. Honestly,
hold on. I got one more thing about these sorry ass Lakers. I listened for years. JJ Redick have nothing but bad things to say about the 80s and 90s. Nothing but bad. They just tear down Jordan and build up LeBron. Then Sunday comes, you kissing Pat Riley's at. Pat Riley's Lakers started the NBA. You can split the NBA into 2 different starting points. You can either say pre-merger and post-merger, or pre-showtime and post-showtime. Huh? No, you don't get to do that. You've been hating on it for so long, but now that Pat's in the building, you ain't going to be a top 4 seed. You're going to have another sorry-ass playoff exit. All right, I kissed some ass to get this job. I'm going to kiss some ass to keep this job. Yeah, Pat Riley, man. 80s was great. Brought in the new era of basketball. Shut this sorry ass up. Can't stand it.
I do have to say this.
How come y'all lose on every important occasion? Yeah. First game after Kobe died. Lose. LeBron breaks the all-time scoring record. Lose. Statue for Pat Riley on national television at home. Sunday at that. The Lakers Day. Sunday. Against the Celtics. And you don't even score 90 points with all the showtime in the building? You should be a damn ashamed of yourselves. Don't nobody on that team, in that organization, that coaching staff, know what it means to be a Laker or deserve to wear that purple and gold. It's ridiculous. And one of them got the characteristics of a 17-time champion.
You see, Jerome was telling me don't pound the table. Now he's passionate. I get it. But listen, I do have to say this. Pat did say something positive about JJ. He sees a little of himself, like reminiscent of young JJ.
Yeah, I don't see it.
He said it. He said it. He just said
that's it, Pat. No,
that's what he said.
That's what he said. That is, Sean. I'll tell you what.
All right. Here we go.
Bro, what else was Pat going to say in the press conference?
Pat still works for another organization, so I don't know.
What else was he going to say in the press conference?
Not sure.
They're there for your jersey retirement. It's a happy occasion. You want the Lakers to do well. You going to go up there and crap on JJ, or you going to endorse him?
Yeah.
All this time, it's going to be an endorsement. Sean, I'm working on a story right now. I'm going to ask questions in a press conference. I'm going to get completely different answers than what I'm getting from them same people off the record.
Yeah, good point. No, I trust me. What you say in public is a public perception you're out there. Yeah.
Pat Riley's comments don't mean a damn thing.
No, I think about when you say that, I think about Tiger Woods when the image he crafted when he was younger, and then all that came falling apart. It's like, man, this guy was just a. But that's how life is. But
that girl beat the hell out of Tiger with them golf clubs.
Yeah, Tiger was. Yeah,
that's the image. He was black and blue for real. Woo, had the mission too. Woo.
Yeah, that German girl, Russian chick did not play. But yeah, I don't. Regarding the Lakers, I don't see anything sustainable. They got to figure it out this summer. Big summer for the Lakers, though. But regarding the East, the Knicks, just not there. Just not there yet.
Sean, this one's gonna piss you off. I already know.
Yeah.
You get mad talking boxing these days anyway. Floyd Mayweather is returning. We all knew about the exhibition against Mike Tyson. But he's like actually coming out of retirement now. At the age 49. And we're getting a rematch of him and Manny Pacquiao. For context, folks, I've been getting emails for the past month of Manny's promotion trying to get me out to cover his son's fight sometime soon up here. And Carmel Moulton's supposed to be on the card too. Manny Pacquiao's son is a professional boxer. And they talk about a rematch. Go ahead.
Nah, this ain't it. Are we gonna watch? Absolutely. We watched Jake Paul beat up on Mike. Yeah, I still, damn Mike. I just don't know how people do this. I really believe in going out on grace or going out on top. But anyways, so we're gonna watch the fight. It's gonna make money, absolutely. So two things could be certain. Two things could be true about this situation. Would it generate money? Yes. Is it gonna be a good fight? No. But these guys are older guys. They're not in their prime. This fight, we've seen it.
Still box, but
No. Come on, man. Look, the first fight was 5 years too late. This is a rematch.
So I'm glad you brought that up. Can we be honest about why that fight was late?
Why?
Because it was real easy because everybody wanted to hate on Floyd back in the day. Floyd was Randy Orton. You paid to watch him lose. But let's be honest. Floyd was right in the land that fight. All Manny had to do was give his blood test and his piss test. That's it. That's all Manny had to do, and that fight would have been made. And he wouldn't do it. Why? Manny was on the roids, Sean. Come on. Manny was on the roids. That brother just kept moving up and up in weight class and still knocking people up. Manny was on the roid. What happened to Roy when he kept moving up and up and up?
Slow down.
He started getting his ass knocked out.
Yeah.
Manny kept moving up and was still knocking people out. Come on. Floyd said, I want a blood test and a pitch test so we can get this thing going. And Manny wouldn't do it. He had to wait till he stopped doing this stuff to finally take the fight with Floyd.
Listen, was it you? Someone told me, is it Monday? No, I was out with someone and we were talking about this came through the wire and we were talking about it. And they're like, Floyd spends a lot of money that and 50 Cent said something. We're talking about 50 twice on the show, but that Floyd always is nearly going broke. So maybe he's gonna get 100 M's from this fight, 150 million. I ain't mad about it. It's just, is it gonna be a good fight, man? You know boxing more than me. Is it gonna be a good fight?
I'm about to see if Pacquiao gets the knockout. That's because Floyd still got all his defense and all that, but we all know Floyd's got bad hands. And at 49, can you take a punch the way you used to? Like, if you get caught, can you take a punch the way you used to be able to?
And another thing, why is Mike fighting Floyd, man?
It's the
money. It's a money grab.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, like we're gonna watch it because
that I'm not watching.
I didn't watch the NBA. I said I wasn't gonna watch the All-Star game. I did, so I'm not. Hey,
just because you ain't staying on this don't mean I told you I wasn't watching Saturday night, and I lived up to it. So I ain't got that problem over here.
But why you not watching that fight? But you gonna watch the other fight?
Bro, Floyd was a career-long welterweight. Mike was a career-long heavyweight. At some point, it's too much of a gimmick. I ain't watching that.
Yeah,
you know what I'll do, Sean? Because I pay for ESPN Unlimited. I get it free through my cable subscriber, and I get Peacock for free through my cable subscriber, and I think I get Netflix for free, or I pay for either one. Either way, I got all three. So you know what I'm gonna do that night? Instead of watching Floyd versus Mike Tyson, I'll just go back and watch Floyd versus the Big Show at WrestleMania. The same damn thing. I'd rather watch that than Floyd and Mike Tyson.
Man, I don't even know. Know what's funny? Boxing has turned into a clown show with these exhibitions. And I
But let's
get it.
not
It's a
act
money
like the
grab.
exhibitions are the sport. Come, we get plenty of good fights. Like boxing's actually on the return, right? We
Good
get
point.
plenty
Good
of
point.
good fights on a monthly or bi-monthly basis these days. Let's not reduce the sport simply to the
The
exhibition.
exhibitions. But the biggest fights are the exhibitions with Paul and Floyd and stuff. They're gonna bring in the most ratings. You think Mike and Floyd are both not walking away with at least 50 million each?
Oh, them boys.
Come on.
Listen, you
No,
can you follow them to the bank that night. You gonna make some money. I'll just tell you
yeah, yeah.
that.
Baltimore came out of the sky right now. I never seen that. That's wild. That's a real statement, right? But none of these guys right now who are fighting, I understand you're saying, are pulling 100 million, 50 million, 100 each. Like it's rare nowadays in these type of. But those guys still have to cash
Bud
out.
was the B side against Canelo. Yeah.
Exactly. They ain't pulling. Canelo could probably do it, but a lot of people ain't doing it.
No, I'm with you. All right, Sean. This is one very near and dear to your heart. Adam Silver is apparently going to start dishing out tanking punishments. How do you want to see teams penalized for tanking?
Well, first of all, Adam Silver is soft, because people been doing this for the last couple of years. So it's like now you want to do it. I don't knock any of the teams for doing what they're doing because they're playing by the. It's like the steroid era in baseball. I never get mad at the players because Major League Baseball allowed it, and they all made a lot of money, a lot of ratings, evaluations of teams went up, right? So, and you incentivize losing in the NBA. The more lottery balls you can get more generational players. So that's one. Two, like I said, just reverse engineer it and just have wins start counting towards the end of the year. That's it. That's the simple way to keep playing. I would never forget last year I wanted to watch the Atlanta Hawks versus Utah Jazz. My friend was in town. And
That's a nasty game to go watch. Ooh.
oh, that was a nasty game. Isaiah Collier and Filipowski, he played the first half. And these guys are first or second year players at the time. I think, and they sit out the second half. And I'm like, whatever. We just want for the experience, whatever. But that's disgusting, right? And I blessed enough to go to more games. But what happened about the family who goes to the game once a year to see stuff like that? That's not good basketball. So just reverse engineer it.
These players,
And
these players and these teams don't care about that.
no, and that's the problem. That's a problem because if a family of four, what happened if a kid looks up to Ace Bailey or wants to see Ace? Ace was his favorite player, and he goes and he sees him for a quarter or not even playing just because of tanking reasons. Like that's unfair. The ticket prices don't lower because Ace is playing or not. Those ticket prices are set. Those are they. Or that's what the NBA should do. If this player doesn't play, you get a rebate for this, or you get a rebate for that. Then
I got you right here. Charles said
that.
it this weekend. Charles had a perfect solution. He said, "I got one for you that'll make the owners give all this up." That's what you really got to get to. You can't increase your ticket prices.
Yeah.
If you finish with a, like you said, if you go 3 straight losing seasons, you can't reach your ticket prices. Matter of fact, you might have to decrease
them. Perfect. I'm off. Listen, I'm the guy who say don't be in the middle, but there's right ways to do things, right, and not to f over the fans and not just put bad product on the court. Listen, this is a really good draft. This is a really good draft. You get landing in the top 10, you're gonna be good. You're gonna get a really good player, right? And so I understand why teams are tanking, and I understand. Hey, I'm Utah. I'm pissed off because, like, no man, other teams are blatantly tanking too. Like, just the Dallas Mavericks. When's the last time you seen Cooper Flag? They've lost 11 games. You know what I'm saying? Like, so 11, no, they lost 10 games in a row and they just won. Like, when's the last time? And Cooper's it's the rookie of the year, or if you want to say Knip or whatever. But my point is, it's like you got to do something to make it. People can lose. Again, there's nothing worse than being in the middle, but also not just being so blatant and not good for the game. Make wins count towards it. Add both of those odds, and that's how you come up with your lottery system. Simple as that.
So, I'll just rehash some stuff I said last week. Just get rid of the draft file. Just get rid
Yeah.
of it. Your record terms, because you're going to be Dallas and realize there's no way we can lose enough games to catch up to the Kings. Let's just play the season. You know what kills me about tanking too? Because it seems like it's like a way to save it. You know, the dude who smokes the up or smokes the dunk and then acts like he's hurt.
Yes.
Man, we already knew you trash, bro. It's all right. You ain't got to try to do all that extra stuff. We expected it from you. That's what tanking is to me. Your team's already bad. You just sit guys to try to be like, oh, well, we were doing it on purpose. Nah, man, you put together a bad team.
Yeah.
You got to try to
Simple
fix
as that.
them out.
Simple
Your
as
team
that.
gonna lose anyway. You don't have to try to lose. So get rid of the lottery to speed that up. If you're going to keep it, it don't need to be the top 14 picks. It can be the top 5, and everybody gets one ping pong ball.
Good point. Simple as that.
So you choose between those two options. Chuck is those 2 generous 3 years in a row. For me, you can't raise your ticket prices after a losing season. Period.
I like that. I like that narrative. And I just see some of those, like if you're in the top 3 for 3 straight years, you got to incentivize your process can't take 5 years, right? It just can't. Like, because the ticket prices don't change.
Yeah, but I think all of this like fixes that problem just as a result of these new
rules.
new rules, implementation, all that. So then where else was I going with this? Yeah, ticket prices. Oh, injury report. Rest cannot be a reason a player doesn't play.
Yes.
Rest cannot be put on the
Yes.
injury report.
Yes. Yes.
You got to show me, like it has to be a body part, and then you have to be able to submit physical evidence, either an MRI or an X-ray, to the league office.
Yes. Good point.
That proves that is the affliction that player is dealing with.
Good point. Great point, actually.
The only time rest would be acceptable is a back-to-back. And only one game can that player be classified for rest. And to your sweet-ass players like LeBron James that like to play the easy game of the back-to-back and sit the hardest one. Nah, we ain't doing that. Yeah. If you got a back-to-back and it's one game against the losing team and one game against the winning team, yeah, if you're going to use rest, the rest has to be against the losing team.
I'll be implemented. I would love that. That would be a good rule. Why won't the NBA just do this? Start the season.
And once you start violating that, you ain't getting fined and losing 2nd-round picks. No, your 1st-round pick this year gone.
If the guys are soft this year and they can't do back-to-back, even though the guys in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s did it like
in a way more physical game.
In a physical game, right? 4 games in 5 nights. Why won't you just eliminate back-to-backs? Push the season, start training camp earlier, start the season early, and just eliminate back-to-backs.
They don't like to compete with the NFL.
Then that's your problem. That's your problem.
But here's my thing. The NFL's 2 weeknights and college football Saturday. You can't take a stranglehold of Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday? Hold on. And again, the NFL ain't even on television on Thursday night. It's on streaming.
Yeah, but it's the biggest streamer.
No, man. You got Tuesday through Friday to do your thing.
The thing is, let's keep it real. Why does baseball and NBA at the beginning of the season really don't capture our attention? The games are kind of meaningless. Like, no, it factors at the end. No, I'm not saying things. It's just what it is.
Silver come out and say, fans ain't gotta watch our games. They can watch the highlights.
And I gotta be honest, when it's October, November, and it's football season, college football season, I'm watching most of the highlights.
but Sean, I need something to do Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Maybe not Friday, especially me, because I'm traveling Fridays. And then I'm probably out South scene. It's like, no, because I go to sports bars Friday nights when I'm traveling. So I need something to watch. We need something to watch Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday night.
That's fine, but nothing's going to, what my point is, if you started early and you don't want to compete with the NFL, nothing's going to change the fact October, November, December, the NFL is king. January, the NBA's
not. But you're talking about 4 days. 4 days. You got 3 days out the week to make up the ratings.
So you're saying Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, sometimes it's college football.
If you're afraid to compete with the one game Fox has on Friday night, which is never 2 top 25s matched up, but come on, it's always either 2 mediocre teams or a good team whooping on a bad team. If you're afraid to compete with that, I don't know what to tell you.
I'm just saying it's insignificant either way, because as fan bases, the most NBA coverage or college basketball coverage starts after the NFL season. I'm seeing ESPN first take have college basketball segments now.
Oh, no. Hey, Sean, don't you have a direct line to your media partners?
Yes.
Y'all need to cover my sport. Simple and plain.
Okay.
Ain't that what if Rob Manfred can do it to ESPN, Adam Silver can't do it to his broadcast partners?
I get it, but then why did the NBA add the NBA Cup, and why am I hearing about Major League Baseball adding an in-season tournament too? Because the beginning of this,
baseball doesn't need it.
No, they don't need it. But the beginning of the season is a joke. It's not a joke. It just doesn't mean anything after opening night and opening week for baseball. It just, I can go catch an NBA game anytime. The reason we love college football and NFL is an urgency to week 1 to week 17 or week 18 or whatever.
Do you enjoy basketball or not?
I love basketball. It's my favorite sport.
Do you not want to watch the sport?
No.
Yes or no? Do you not want to watch the sport?
If you told me on Sunday nights, do I want to watch it over the NFL? No.
No, I'm not.
I don't like the product.
Sean, what 3 days? Tuesday and Wednesday night, do you want something to watch?
Yes.
Do you like basketball?
Yes.
Do you want to watch basketball?
Yeah, I'll watch it on Tuesday and Wednesday.
All right, so what are we talking about?
Well, the problem is, my last point is, this is a business too. So they're trying to get the highest ratings, right? And I just think when you
don't have to schedule your best games that early in the schedule.
Okay, good point. If you do that, then we could have a different conversation.
Yeah, save your best games for Sunday night on NBC and Saturday night on ABC once the football season's over. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, all right, then that makes more sense.
You can still give us something.
Like, put all the Memphis Kings games early in the season type of crap. Like, I would do that if I was the NBA. I would figure that way out and give it a back-to-back.
You know how many Saturdays and Sundays you have once football season's over with. Whatever that number is, you write down all your best matchups coming into the season. And you save those for those weeks. For those time slots. So say you got combined 16 Saturdays and Sundays once the NFL is gone. You write out all the matchups in the NBA this season. And you write out what are the best 16. And take those 2 spots. Simple and plain.
Well, I would say this last point. When I was younger, and I know this was a while ago, when NBC had the NBA coverage, I think it was Saturday or Sunday, both days.
It is Sunday afternoons.
Yeah, it's Sunday afternoons. I got to be honest, and this is what I would do with the NBA, and it sounds crazy, but whatever. Michael, Shaq, Hakeem.
Oh, yeah.
They always rotated on Sunday. Oh, yeah. They were always on Sunday. I would do that.
For my generation, I remember me and my pops used to talk about this, because for my generation, when Saturday primetime became a thing, you saw the Spurs, the Rockets, the Thunder, the Warriors, and the Cavs every week.
Exactly. That makes sense to me. That's what makes sense to me. But this rotating, and sometimes
you saw the Clippers, the Lakers, and the Knicks every Sunday.
Exactly. Now we're talking. Now at Boston tonight, like at OKC. Yeah. If you tell me the best games are always going to be the best teams, we have a conversation. Yeah. But if you're saying certain Tuesday nights are going to be the Kings versus Memphis, I don't give a. No one cares. It's a waste of time. So that's the NFL.
And let's get some flex scheduling in the NBA.
Yes. Do that.
We do not need to keep the. Listen, come on. It's too many games, too many nights where I'm seeing the best games are on League Pass because y'all sticking to the schedule that you chose before the year. Let NBC and ABC swap these games.
Yeah, simple as that. And like
any night of the week.
I think what some of these leagues is self acknowledgement, self reflection, looking at yourself in the mirror and be like, hey, we're not the NFL. We can't afford on a Monday night in NBC Peacock, we having the Pistons versus the Grizzlies or the Pistons versus someone. I don't think that makes sense on those times, those slots. Everybody needs to have a nighttime game. No, they don't. That's not how it works. The best teams get the best slots because they're the best teams. If you work it, at one point, Sacramento was
we
a
had the
really
Lakers and Mavericks on Saturday prime time a couple weeks ago.
Exactly my point. I didn't watch. Did I turn the game on? No, I didn't give a f about that.
I didn't turn that game off for 1 second.
Exactly. So my point is, if you want to do that with the way you're saying, schedule the best players in the best games. That's it. Simple as that.
All right, Sean, the selection committee released its top 16 on Sunday. Let's talk about it. Houston was left off the one line, which was, I thought, deserving. So the ones, let's just go in order. The ones were Michigan, Duke, Arizona, and Iowa State. The twos, oh, God, I messed up. The twos, Houston, Illinois, Purdue, and Connecticut. The threes, Florida, Kansas, Gonzaga, and Nebraska. And the fours, Virginia, Vanderbilt, Michigan State, and Texas Tech.
Don't disagree with the first two at all. The first two lines. Actually, the first three lines. Because Kansas, they did lose to Cincinnati the other day, but
they got their shake back last night.
Yeah, they beat Houston last night. Very impressive win, actually. And
win.
Peterson played basically a lot of the game. So that's a good start. I can't lie. I'm thinking you just read it to me. I didn't see it or hear it till today right now. I'm not mad about it. I like the list. I like the top 16.
I'm concerned about Houston right now. They're losing their best games to their best opponents. And Calvin Sampson knows exactly what's wrong with his team. And teams are taking advantage of it. He went up on the podium. He was like, hey, we don't have that inside presence we can throw it to. So we're relying on jump shooting. If that's the case, we're going to have to hit shots. We're going to have to defend. And living and dying by jumpers is a dangerous thing. And this Houston team is not the defense we're used to seeing. So I'm concerned about the Cougars. I thought they were a national championship contender at one point. That's out the window. Dan Hurley says he's figured out what was wrong with UConn the last 2 weeks. I tend to believe him when he says that. He had the answer too. He said he's handling his bench the wrong way. So we'll see how that goes. But I mean, I think the one line is right. Michigan, Duke, Arizona, and Iowa State. I'm with it. I think Illinois should be the highest seeded on the 2 line. I think Purdue's on the 2 line. I'm gonna be honest with you though, Sean. I think either Houston or UConn. I say Houston. I think Houston has to drop for Florida after this weekend's happenings. Florida would be on the 2 line for me, and Houston would fall to the 3.
Well, Houston naturally has to fall because they're on a losing streak, right?
Yeah.
So and they lost 4. Those opponents were good opponents, but you can't be on it's a 3-game losing streak now.
Yeah.
Is it 3? Yeah, I mean, it's just you just can't do that. So naturally, you should drop down to 3. But overall, in the top 16, are they still one of the 16 best teams in the country? Absolutely.
Yes.
But I do agree with you with this. I didn't see Sampson's. I went to bed right afterwards. Press conference.
No, this was before the game. I think this might have been Sunday. He said it.
Oh, okay. My concern with them is Fleming's is special. He's going to be a top 10 pick, but they struggle to get easy baskets.
Yes.
and that's when I watched this. I've been watching.
Because there's nobody creating gravity inside. That was his whole thing.
Yeah. No, they struggle, and it's not like they're up and down Alabama teams fast pace. No, they're not that type of style. So when you struggle in the half court to get baskets, it's going to be hard in the tournament because it's not like these are knockdown shooters. Like any of them you would say are really good shooters. No. So that's my problem with Houston. But you know what team I really like this year? I like UConn. I really do like UConn. But it's gonna be a great year. I don't have the top 4 are the best teams in the country going into this year in the tournament, and I might pick all 4 to go there, but we'll see. In Michigan, shout out to Duke. Duke's physicality was really good on
Yeah.
Sunday. I got to give him credit. Saturday, excuse me.
Dropping Vanderbilt out for St. John's, by the way. I think this year I'm set up for another good bracket. Because remember last year I had like what 13 of the Sweet 16, 6 or 7 of the Elite 8, 3 of the Final 4, and the national champion. I think I'm on the way to that again. This bracket for the first 2 weekends won't be super difficult. Well, the first 2 rounds, excuse me. The first weekend will not be super difficult to fill out. Because there are a lot of contenders. Like Louisville, that game last night disgusted me. And I don't know how they lost that game to Carolina without Caleb Wilson. Pat Kelsey's team is not what I thought it was going to be this year.
That was a foul when Brown drove the basket and he got bumped, by the way. But they still lost, but that was a foul.
That game shouldn't even been close.
No, it shouldn't. Yeah, but that was a foul.
Like, just I look at the top 25, I'm just not impressed by a lot of teams. Like, I know Michigan State can be had. No faith in Bama, no faith in Carolina, no faith in Brigham Young, no faith in Arkansas. I'm gonna leave Miami alone because I love what they're doing this year, and I'm not saying anything bad about them because they need all the press they can get. No Tennessee can be had, no St. Louis can be had, no Louisville can be had, no Vanderbilt can be had. Like outside the top 10, outside the top 16, I really don't have much of a fear of anyone.
Yeah, the cream is the cream of the crop is this year, and one
the cream has risen to the top. Yeah,
yeah. So like, we didn't really have any Cinderellas last year, right?
No,
I can see that. I agree with you. I can see it being
because remember the people who don't watch college basketball, those on First Take, took and Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. made the whole daggone next week of First Take about NIL's run in the NCAA tournament. There's no upsets. There's no Cinderellas. And boom, boom, boom. Y'all don't watch no college basketball. And now all of a sudden y'all can shut up. We had a good tournament last year. We had a very good tournament last year.
We had a really good tournament last year. Like, I'm not an advocate of the whole NIL ruin the tournament. No, it's one game. Like,
it's 1 year.
Yeah, it's 1 year. Yeah.
Relax. Sean Mario Barrios got his ass rocked against Ryan Garcia this Saturday. Ryan Garcia is a world champion for the first time in his life. Welterweight champion in the WBC. And that's about team tradition to care about. And now Devin Haney's calling him out. Do you want to see that rematch?
What I want to see as a casual
talking his stuff to Andre Ward about
it. It makes sense because they'll get a casual like myself to watch. So like, if Garcia, I didn't see the Garcia fight, I just saw it online afterwards and saw that he whipped on his opponent. But I do think that if you want a casual, yes, because now he's the champion, the history between those two, it makes sense. If it's just WWE, you don't think Vince is going to put that at WrestleMania or whoever, Triple H, it's going to be at WrestleMania. So yeah, I'm all for it.
Yeah, the Haney swear Garcia beat him because he was on the juice. Let's get a clean testing pool this time. There's no weight bullying. Run the rematch. Let's see if he was the And if Haney wins, now you got a trilogy on your hand between 2 world champions in the same weight class. You got a unification bout right here, period, for the rematch.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
So, hey, make it happen. Y'all don't need to fight nobody else in between. What's this, February? That fight needs to be no later than August.
Labor Day weekend.
No, I don't want to. I don't. Yeah, all right, because the main event. All right, yeah, it's because as a promoter, you don't care if people watch the whole card. You just care if they tune in time for the main event. It still counts towards your viewership. So, I mean, check the college football schedule. If there's no good late game, Labor Day weekend, then go ahead. But even then, they got it. No, because it's Mountain West after dark. when these late. But the main event don't start till midnight these days anyway.
What?
Yeah, go
Why
ahead.
is that,
Go
by the
ahead.
way? You know boxing more than me. Why is the fights at 11:30, 12 o'clock?
Because when
The West Coast?
they be in Vegas,
Okay.
you
9
know, you
o'clock.
got
Yeah. Okay.
the main card start at 10. That's 7 o'clock out there. You know, so
Got it.
and
Makes
then
sense.
you got some fights that's overseas now.
Yeah, which is crazy.
All right. Got trouble in Baltimore, Sean. The middle infield is well, what I think should be the middle infield, but it's not. Jordan Westberg and Jackson Holiday both on the IL. Holiday's got a broken hamate bone. And Westberg is trying to work his way back into the lineup. Your thoughts?
Did spring training start last week?
It's clear. Yeah, Westberg's got an elbow injury. Yes, he's got a UCL tear. Yeah, but he's not getting Tommy John.
I don't like that because I remember. Well, Judge had a good second half for the year.
You can't play third base for me with no damn torn UCL. And I keep saying he should belong at second base anyway. This is divine intervention. I'm telling you. Sean, we gotta come up with about $5-6 billion.
That's it. We could definitely get a baseball team for like less than 5.
Oh boy, listen, we get 5. We wind up with $6 billion. We're gonna have some change left over after buying the baseball team.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We can buy the Rockies, and you know what? The Rockies, Sean. You know what's crazy? We could make the Rockies a free agent destination because what's the one thing that's appealing about playing for Colorado?
Aspen, Colorado, skiing.
No. You're going to hit home runs.
But you won't pit. You won't. We couldn't attract any pitcher.
I'll tell you straight like this. Hey, we're going to move the balls back because the ball travels anyway. So the hitters won't even be worried about that. They're going to think altitude, ball travels, boom. For the pitchers, hey, we're moving the ball back. And I'll tell you this right here. We trying to pay you because we think you're one of them guys. If you were one of them guys, these batters won't even make contact with your pitchers. So you tell us what we do.
Yeah, that team. If I was to be the ownership, I would have a mandate. What's his name? The GM now, the poster, whatever his name is. The Dodgers guy. Isn't he one of the organization now?
Why is running the Orioles here?
No, I'm talking about in Colorado.
Oh, for the Rockies.
What's his name? He went to Cleveland. He's probably Moneyball. I forgot his name.
Warren Shape is the man. Josh Burns is the general manager. Yeah. From Dodgers. Yeah. Josh Burns.
Yeah. So I would say you need to just strike out pitchers for that organization. But for Baltimore, I would say that it's not a good sign, but it's still really early. When's the first game? End of March this year. I think for opening night, but not a good sign for you guys to start off, and especially with the UCL. I don't understand how guys don't just get the surgery right away. Like, it doesn't affect you hitting, but I would get that surgery right away because why not?
You got to play second this year, which means move Gunner to third and Holiday to short, like I've been saying. But I know nothing.
Holiday's a better defender than Gunner, right?
He's coming up. He's got some growth to make, but I mean, you brought him up to be a special defender. Let him be there.
Okay.
But we'll see what Kobe Mayo can do at third, apparently, because apparently they want to keep Gunner at short. So I think it's going to be Kobe Mayo at third and Blaze Alexander, the new acquisition from Arizona, I think. And second. So we'll see. No, it wasn't Arizona. It wasn't Arizona. But still. Sean, there's more expansion talk. This time it's NCAA tournament. Charlie Baker wants to see the tournament expand.
How much? How many? Like 100 teams? Every team gets in?
Maybe 72. Who knows?
Like, just keep it like it is. Like, I understand it's a money grab, but forget expansion talk. You have so much to worry about fixing the whole ecosystem. Why are we talking about expansion? If I'm him, I'm calling Trump every day. I'm calling whoever every day. I need help. I need help to fix the system. Forget the expansion. I don't even want to talk about expansion. Fix the system. The system's crazy right now. And I was player empowerment guy, but not anymore. It's too much. It's too much. I just think it's gone to left field. So why are we talking expansion? Go to Congress, be in Washington every single day. And again, Baker was the governor in Massachusetts when I lived there. He did an amazing job.
Yeah, well, he ain't doing an amazing job in this.
He's not.
So.
But I think it's good. To be honest with you, I think it's tough for anyone to be in this game because they're afraid of getting sued.
You got the courts ain't helping you out. That's the real issue. That's what you need to go to Congress for, because the judicial branch is bending you over backwards right now.
Exactly. So if you keep doing that, you're not going to win. You're not going to be able to win. So you got to go focus on getting Congress involved, getting some legislation over there, and changing the culture back to make it. It's never going to go back to what it was, collegiate sports. But we need some rules and regulations to make this work. Simple as that.
All right. Let's see what I got before we get out of here. Yeah. If your sympathy isn't with Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo right now, then bite me. Because I ain't buying it to right. But why is that word on your mind in the first place? That's what you holler out. So stop it. And Josh Pate, did you think you were not going to get backlash for having Trump on your podcast? And then it was just 10 minutes of worthless nothing at that.
Who's Josh Pate? Who's that?
He's supposed to be the biggest college football podcaster in the world right now.
Oh, the ball-headed guy is on ESPN?
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay. I know. I just saw him start seeing him on ESPN this year, but I seen him a lot on ESPN.
Yeah, that's their thing. They're starting to bring outside content creators in to help boost their ratings.
Okay. So he blew up his podcast outside of ESPN. Then he came on ESPN. Okay. I never knew that the backstory.
I don't see what makes his podcast so great, but whatever. I don't know.
The only thing I would say, speaking in the whole broadcasting terms and stuff like that, and I said in the chat, Mike Tirico is on a crazy run right now. Like
I'm glad Mike's getting his powers.
Yeah, and like he's doing really well. And I love that speech after the U.S. hockey. Shout out to U.S. hockey. I actually watched that game. That was dope.
Got that thing back. Yeah. Lost four nations last year. Came back with that gold medal.
That was dope.
Hughes and Connor Hellebuck. You just made yourself legends. Congratulations to the hockey.
That was dope. But Tirico's killing it, and like NBC was like, "Yo, that's gonna be our guy. He's everywhere. He's everywhere."
Didn't it just feel right hearing Kenny Albert call hockey on NBC?
Oh man, that was amazing.
That's just what I know from when I was born. That's my generation of hockey. Kenny Albert on NBC.
Listen, NBC's.
I think I missed out on Gary Thorne on ESPN, but it's cool.
Gary Thorne was dope.
I had Gary Thorne calling the Orioles. Back, home run. Oh, good days, man. I miss my boy Gary. Oh,
Gary was a legend. Like, is a legend. Excuse me. But yeah, NBC Sports is doing well. Like because on the game baseball this year again too.
Yeah, Sunday night baseball.
So
Sunday night. Anthony Rizzo and I forgot who's going to be the third one. But yeah.
So Kershaw, Rizzo, and so on.
Yeah.
Impressive. They're on a heater right now at NBC. But Tirico is the guy. And
they gotta do something to make up for the money Peacock be losing.
Oh, Peacock ain't hitting like that?
Oh, Peacock has been in the red. I'm talking so red it's damn near purple.
I go to Peacock just for football and basketball games. Like, I don't know why. Like, I think everybody wants their version of Prime, but Amazon is just, we use Amazon for everything. I use Amazon for everything, man. Like, I can't remember the last time I go to a grocery store. Like, it's just what it is. So I think it's hard to compete with something like that. I only watch Prime. I only use Peacock for entertainment. It doesn't. And so when you go into Amazon, oh, there's a game tonight. It's a daily thing.
I ain't checking my Amazon on a daily basis. I ain't got that much stuff to buy. So, Mr. Money Man, you got it. Go ahead, break me off some change.
No, we're gonna have to get back to betting. That's how we're gonna get our money up. Football season.
All right, well, that's all we got. We'll be back next week. See you.
All right.